Hello everyone, welcome back to Pably. In this video, we are going to learn how to set up webhook inside Zoho Inventory. So Zoho Inventory is cloud-based inventory management software for businesses, which allows businesses to maintain their inventory, stock, order details, and etc. Okay, so we are going to learn how to set up a connection between Zoho Inventory and Pably Connect with the help of webhook so that we can send the specific data from Zoho Inventory to any other application. Now, webhook acts as a bridge for setting up connections between different applications and for transferring the data from one application towards another automatically. Okay, so step by step, I'm going to show you how to do this setup. So on my screen, you can see that there are two windows, trigger and actions. Trigger and actions are the two main concepts or the principles on which the entire automation works. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now let's suppose we are going to take Zoho Inventory in our trigger, and for example I want to record the details whenever the item will be created in my Zoho Inventory account in my Google Sheets. For that I'm going to take Google Sheets in my action. So here we can clearly see that action is following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the item is created in Zoho Inventory, then only the details are added in Google Sheets, otherwise not. So we can add multiple actions in our workflow, but the trigger is going to be one only. Okay, now for example, you want that whenever an item will be created in your Zoho Inventory, then you want to create a record of those items in Google Sheets, and you also want to send an update to your team members on Google Chat. So you can add Google Sheet as well as Google Chat in the action steps, but the trigger will be Zoho Inventory only. Now, after understanding the concept of trigger and action, let's start setting up the connection between Zoho Inventory and Pably Connect. For that, we have to go towards trigger step, and our trigger application will be Zoho Inventory. After selecting this, here we also have to select the trigger events. So we have multiple options over here: create or update customer, create or update item, create or update invoice, bill, sales order, and multiple other options as well. So on the happening of whichever event you want to receive the response, you can select that specific event over here. I want that whenever the item will be created or updated in my Zoho Inventory account, then I want to receive the response. So I'm going to select create or update item over here. Now, as we have done that, we can see that a webhook URL is provided to us. So basically, this is going to act as a bridge for setting up this connection and for sending the data from Zoho Inventory towards Pably Connect. And here we can see that we have also received some instructions. So we have received two instructions over here. Now, to set up this connection, we have to follow these instructions step by step. So first of all, we have to set up the webhook inside Zoho Inventory. Then we also have to set some rules that only on the happening of a specific event we want to receive the response. So I'm going to tell you step by step how we have to do that. For that, I'm going to take you towards my Zoho Inventory account. But before that, let us copy the webhook URL. So this is my Zoho Inventory account. Now, when we will go towards settings section over here, we will find the option of automations when we will scroll. So under these automations, first of all, we have to select workflow actions, as we have to set up the connection between Zoho Inventory and Pably Connect with the help of the webhook. So we will simply select workflow actions over here. Now here we can find the option of webhook. So let's select that. So these are the existing webhooks which are already created for different purposes. Now we have to click on this new webhook button to add a new webhook. And first of all, we have to provide a name to this webhook. So I'm going to give a random name over here, test item. After giving this name, you can select the modules. So here we are setting up the connection for item. So whenever the item will be created, we want to receive the response. So the module over here will be item. Description is not mandatory, but if you want, you can also provide the description over here. Now the next is the URL. So we have to paste the URL which we have copied from Pably Connect in this field. After doing this, here we have to move forward and we can ignore these fields as well. This is the body type that we are going to receive in Pably Connect whenever the item will be created or updated. Okay. Now when I'm going to click on save, here we can see that my webhook is updated over here with the name test item. So now we'll go back towards Pably Connect, and because our connection is successful, so we have also received a test response. Now we have to click on recapture webhook response button to capture a real response by creating an item. But before that, we have to set up the webhook rule as well. So on the happening of which specific event you want to receive the item, for that we have to move back towards Zoho Inventory. We will go towards, when we will scroll down, here is the option of workflow rules. So let's select that. Now these are the rules which are created for different workflows. We have to click on this new workflow rule because we are going to set up a new one. Now we have to provide a rule to our workflow. So I'm going to give the name as item created. So this is my workflow rule name. You can give any name according to your requirement. Now once again, we have to select the module. So because my module is item, so I have selected that. Whatever your event will be, you have to select the module related to that. Description is not mandatory, so you'll simply click on next. Now we have to select the trigger, that on the happening of which specific event we want to receive the response. So we have multiple options over here: created, or edited, and deleted. So here my trigger event is create or update item. So I'm going to select created or edited over here. As you can see that in the instructions also it is given that we have to select the same. So I have done that. Now we have to move forward, and it is given execute the workflow when. So when any field in my item will be updated, then I want to execute the workflow. I do not want to select any specific field for that. So you can select according to your choice. Now we have to click on next, and now we will click on next. Filters we can ignore. Now the main is the action step. So what we want to receive the response through webhook. Here we will select type as webhooks, and the name of the webhook is test item. So we will simply select that. Okay, so my webhook is already added over here. So the webhook which we have connected recently is added over here in the details. So we have connected our rules with the webhook which we have created. Now according to our rules, we are going to receive the response. After doing this, we will simply click on save, and here we can see that the rule is added. So let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. It is showing waiting for webhook response, as we can see. So now we will do a test submission. How we are going to do that? By creating an item. So we will click on plus sign. Now I'm going to click on item option over here, and we will provide a name to our items. So after giving the name to my product, I'm going to select the SKU. Let's say I have 70 SKUs of my products. Now the unit in which the product is going to be measured. So we have 70 pieces. Okay, I have selected pieces over here. If you want, you can also provide some other details such as weight, dimensions, etc. But here I'm only going to enter the mandatory details. So the selling price of my t-shirt is 500 and the cost price is, let's say, 450. Now we have selected the accounts as sales account, and now here the account will be cost of goods sold. We will select the inventory account as well, and now let's click on save. So the item is successfully created with a name as round neck t-shirt. Let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. Here we have to wait for a few seconds in order to receive the response. So let's wait. And yes, here we can see that we have received the response. So as soon as we have received the response, this means that our connection is absolutely successful. So this is the unit ID. Here's the item unit which we have selected, that is pieces. When you will scroll down, here are all of the details. This is the price, that means the selling price of the product. This is the SKU, and these are the name of the accounts as well as the name of the product. So this means that our connection is absolutely successful. In the same manner, you can set up the connection between Zoho Inventory and Pabbly Connect with the help of webhook for any event you want. Okay. So this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends, and also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.